how tall were you before the surgery?
I was 183, so just basically 6 foot.
And how tall are you now?
This nigga was 6 foot.
It's gonna be over 6'6" right now.
I'm Denzel Siggers. I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery.
Pressing me.
No, I'm not. You impressing me. I'm 6 foot.
Well guys, it's time for a throwback. Back in my early days of YouTube, there used to be a channel that I would frequent in hopes of finding some of that good quality content. And today we're going back. Now my real OG viewers, you know, the true day ones, might already have an idea of what I'm talking about. It's a channel called Truly. It's a channel basically dedicated to the unordinary or the unorthodox, just stuff you don't hear about every day. At one point on my channel there was like a 3-month span where I was really talking a lot about dog girls and cat girls, you know, the glory days, and most of those videos came from Truly. And every now and then I pop on over to the Truly channel to see if they have released anything video worthy. And the other day,
look at this nigga, bro, man.
The other day, I found something that really reminded me of my early days here on YouTube, so I figured for old time's sake, we would cover it. I broke my legs to grow from 5'5" to 6 foot.
5'5", put 7 inches on. 5'5" to 6 foot. Damn, nigga couldn't be modest and try to just go 5'10", 5'8".
Now, if you've never heard of this stuff, it's something called limb lengthening surgery, where they do exactly what the name implies. They make your legs longer to make you taller. It's ridiculously expensive. I think this guy said he paid over $100,000 to get this done. And it also essentially ruins your body for pretty much the rest of your life. Most of the procedures aren't successful, and even if they are, you'll basically never be able to walk properly or run or jump safely ever again.
Why would I? Just so you can look taller. I get it, bro. I mean, I don't. I'm not a short nigga. I'm 6'2", you know what I'm saying? So I've never experienced this. But 5'5", bro, like, I get it. Taller. But you gotta lay yourself, gang. You gonna jeopardize your ability to run with your son. You gonna jeopardize your ability to jump, walk properly.
But this guy did it, and I figured we'd take a look at it because there's some questionable stuff in this video. Plus, I've never actually heard a first-hand account about getting this procedure done, so I figured that would be interesting too. So let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
I'm Denzel Siggers. I'm 27 years old, and I spent $100,000 on limb lengthening surgery.
100,000. Nigga should have put that 100,000 to some girls a chain. I mean, maybe his craft. Because at some point when you get cheese and status, height is no longer a thing. Look at all the short niggas. Look, Uzi. Look at them. Sending my money on 6. You didn't have to do this.
So the surgery day,
put that 100,000. Invest in yourself. 100,000.
They break your bones surgically. They cut them and they attach devices that extend the bones over time.
Oh, no.
When I first woke up, I just asked myself 1,000,001 questions. I was like, why did I do this surgery? I regretted it. I shouldn't have done it. I'm in so much pain. I've never felt this kind of pain before, and is it really worth it?
So that is the one constant I've heard about this stuff, that it is basically the most painful cosmetic surgery you can possibly go through. And I mean that—
they're breaking your legs and adding them to your shit to extend. Yes, the shit's gonna hurt. Yes, it's gonna be very painful.
It doesn't really surprise me either. Breaking your leg is not exactly a pleasant thing to experience. To then have the healing process delayed by months as you stretch your legs further and have to stretch your nerves, muscles, blood vessels, all that stuff. Yeah, I can't imagine this is super duper fun.
Just for you to walk like Frankenstein at the end.
Something was wrong because I didn't think it was normal to feel this amount of pain. Day one. There's a metal rod in my leg, and then there was an external fixator that attaches to the metal rod going through your leg. So you have both an internal device and an external device. It was very shocking. It felt unreal to see it attach myself because I had never seen anything like this before. I was actually in a relationship prior to the surgery. Once I told her I wanted to go get surgery to get taller to boost my confidence, she was completely against it. And inevitably
she's a real one. She's a real one, gang. Sorry if this is news to you, my nigga. But we live in a world where there are double standards. Women can do these things. Women can do these things. New ass, new breasts. Some niggas like that, some niggas don't like that. That's fine. My nigga, you can't do this, bro. We gotta live with how our bodies are. That's just how it is, bro.
We end up ending the relationship, even though she was
And they
someone
broke
that
up.
made a lot of jokes about my height herself.
All right, so I'm fully aware that this might sound kind of cruel, but I sort of
damn.
understand where she was coming from. If I was in a relationship and the person told me, hey, I'm gonna go through a purely cosmetic surgery that will drastically change the way I live forever, and it will limit the things we are able to do for years, if not just permanently, I think I would have some second thoughts myself as well.
So she hasn't seen me, but she's just seen like my social media, and she's been trying to call. She's been trying to make her way back, but that's somewhere I don't want to go back to.
Damn.
Today I'm
nigga, I'm getting
actually
new
going
hoes.
on a date for the first time since I've had my
Sheesh.
surgery. So it'll be my first date at 6 foot.
Okay, I see you. I see you. Go
I'm
ahead.
very excited. It's an opportunity to
He
get out
Aki
there
too,
and really
Aki
feel
nigga.
out this new version of me, like see how he interacts with the world, see how he interacts on a date.
Aki nigga with chains. Okay, maybe I'm speaking too soon. He looked like he already had the chains. He's like, nigga, I tried that already. Chains ain't work. I have money.
In the world we live in, we say don't judge a book by its cover, but obviously people are judged off their appearance
Oh,
first.
yeah.
But I do feel like once I get back into dating, my personality will be what carries me in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm kind of torn here because on one hand, you can't play stupid and act like short men aren't made fun of in society. Like, that is just something you really can't deny. It's a societal double standard. It's one of the few things that it's just perfectly okay to make fun of a person for these days.
Yeah,
which is
you can make fun of a short nigga and nobody's gonna be like, bro, stop, bro. That shit not cool. You feel me? You can't make fun of fat niggas for real. You can make fun of fat niggas for real. You can't make fun of fat women. You feel me? You can make fun of short people. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter what you consider yourself, and everything's gonna be okay.
It's obviously not okay, and nobody should be doing that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that this guy was never treated
fault.
differently for not being tall, because that would just be playing dumb. But at the same time, the way this guy talks about his old self, if you will, it seems like his height was always at the forefront of his mind, and that
sure.
probably caused him to sort of self-sabotage. If you always think that somebody is judging you for this thing or is silently thinking this, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that nobody ever gave him a hard time for his height, but if I had to guess, I would assume that it was less people than he actually thought.
Tell me about yourself. What's your social?
My social,
Yeah.
my
This camera all up in they shit.
my social media,
No, your social security.
my social security.
Go on. Yes.
You a scammer?
I didn't say that.
Or are you just
I was just trying to get to
funny?
know you.
Oh.
So
She does not seem very into this nigga. I think you're getting the same vibes that you probably would have got if he was a 5'5" nigga, brother.
My god, this is awkward. Not exactly a good opener. I don't really think there's a single scenario where what he said is a good way to start off a date. I'm assuming he was asking for her social media, but I feel like that's a weird thing to say to break the ice.
I think he was trying to make a joke.
Also, are we meant to ignore the fact that they are being recorded right now? Who would show up to a first date with this premise?
What you was trying to do with my social? Oh, you trying to put a ring on it that fast? I didn't know you was that type of guy. I like that. I have to say my last relationship was 2 years ago. I got high standards and a lot of requirements.
thank you.
Oh man, fuck. She already sound like a motherfucking problem. No, you can have high standards, but it's just like I have high standards and a lot of requirements. That's fine, have that, but damn, fuck. It's the first date.
You found me.
Really? I thought we were on the first date. You're impressing me.
No, I'm not. You impressing me. I'm 6 foot.
No, there's no shot he actually said that, right? That was
Yeah, this nigga he never got hoes. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga ain't never was able to get hoes.
something they asked him to say
He
from
thought 6 foot was gonna help him get more hoes. It's not.
like promo material. Surely. I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt and say that this was not a real thing he actually said. Didn't actually come from his brain, but if it did, I think this kind of proves my whole point about what I was saying when it comes to self-sabotage. If you're this caught up on height that once you're 6 foot you think the person that you're on a date with now has some sort of obligation to impress you, I feel like your physical appearance was probably...
I know niggas that's like, man, I'm 6'5", bro. Understand something, bro. You might get more hoes than the 5'5", nigga. That shit don't mean nothing, nigga. I know somebody, bro. Every single post, I'm 6'5". It's like, bro. But the thing is, some hoes be going for that. So I mean, if that's your game, motherfucking play it.
not your problem.
The world is a much different place now that I'm taller. People smile at me everywhere I go. I've never had this kind of like reaction from people before, and I really enjoy it.
Again,
Nigga, because they see you walking the way you walk, they're like, oh, should I be trying to help this nigga? Like, he look like he finna fall and stumble. You good, sir?
This whole caught up on his height thing, I have to imagine that a lot of this was kind of in this guy's head. I mean, this idea that people wouldn't smile at you because they were disgusted by your height or something. If you're truly thinking that kind of stuff day in, day out, then I don't think a physical change is really gonna help you that much. Maybe temporarily, but you're just gonna find something else you don't like and then start having similar thoughts about that.
Recovery takes about 6 months to a year. I'm much further ahead at my current stage than most people would be. It's only been about 2.5 months since I completed surgery. I can pretty much do everything that I need to do for the most part on a normal day-to-day basis, so I'm very pleased with where I'm at. The surgery has significantly boosted my self-esteem, mainly because everything I had to go through to get the height, so I appreciate it more. But just being home and seeing how the world reacts to me at 6 foot rather than 5'5" has been like a very amazing experience for me.
I mean, look, if this guy is truly happier after this surgery, then I guess there's not a whole lot I can really say that would matter to him. My only hope is that he was fully informed on what could happen here. I've been doing some research as I make this video, and apparently only 40% of these surgeries are successful long-term. A lot of the time, follow-up surgeries are required, and a very large percentage of the people
Follow-up surgeries? Tough.
who get this surgery end up wheelchair bound for life. It also shortens your lifespan, and the complications you have once you get into your senior years are pretty severe. I just feel like this is not worth it to be a little bit taller.
I've always been like an outgoing person.
Well, he a lot of bit, I ain't gonna lie.
Now I can just be myself without caring what people think or what people have to say. I'm me all the time now, rather than hiding behind like insecurities.
Okay, so I really don't mean to just be ragging on this
Nah, that's not you, bro. Nah, that was never you, bro.
guy the entire video, but I cannot buy this for a second. If what you thought people thought about you drove you to get a life-altering, potentially life-ending $100,000 cosmetic surgery, I have a really hard time believing that now you just don't care what anybody thinks.
You're right.
Those two don't really seem to align.
My boy.
What's up, man?
So who is this? Who is this?
Oh, it's good to see you, man.
How did you meet Brian?
We was getting the same surgery in Turkey together. We met in the physiotherapy.
Okay.
Brian, how tall were you before the surgery?
I was 183, so just basically 6 foot.
And how tall are you now?
This nigga was 6 foot.
It's gonna be over 6'6" right now.
Nice.
What? You spent $100,000 because 6 foot wasn't enough for
'Cause
you, man?
6
Being
foot-
6'6" just sounds like an inconvenience. Not only is this guy yoked out of his mind and now he's gonna be 6'6", this man's gonna be a walking cargo container. This just seems impractical. Normally, if you're 6'6", you'd wind up on a D-line somewhere, but since these guys' tibulas would now be shattered by a light breeze, I'm not sure that's really an option anymore. Look, you wanna go from 5'5".
Nigga went 6 foot. 6 foot didn't suffice. I need 6 of them. Put 6 of them on my legs now.
5 to 6 foot, totally get it. That makes sense. 6 foot to 6'6". You spent $100,000 to never fit on a plane or an elevator anymore. I don't get it.
So initially when I first did the surgery and I started posting it, it was a lot of like negativity, a lot of hate. People called me crazy, people called me insane. They said they hope I never walk again.
What?
But as it grew and people saw me continue to post my progress, a lot of the comments began to change. It actually started to garner a lot of attention.
How do you
from
walk
women
now?
telling me like how strong I am and how manly it was to go through something that like endured so much pain.
Okay, final time I'll say anything on it, mainly because
This
the video is
nigga
about
cares,
to end,
bro.
but
He cares a lot about what people think. He really gives a fuck about that.
I feel like this guy's
I
true
do
demeanor is
too.
really coming through a lot in this video.
Somewhat you should care about how people think, but it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't dictate your life. You should want to be presentable and clean, you know what I'm saying? To present to people that you're a clean person. Like, it matters, but it shouldn't matter on a level where you are willing to, you know what I'm saying, endure such a crazy and life-altering surgery because worried about niggas talking about you on IG.
A lot of his self-worth, a lot of his confidence is directly tied to how much attention he gets from women. This seems like a really unhealthy reason to do all of this to yourself, but hey, look, it's not my life. I'm just here to make silly YouTube videos, okay?
Life,
but I feel
brother.
like this was a bad idea. Well, guys, what do you think? Not only about this specific situation here, but this kind of surgery in general. At the end of the day, I guess it's really like any other cosmetic surgery. This one definitely has a lot more stigma around it. I would assume them, mostly because of the risks involved and how badly it can go. But if the people are happy and they are really okay with what might happen, I say more power to them. My concern is that I would imagine a lot of people get caught up in just becoming taller and having this lifelong dream fulfilled, and they don't really sit down and take a moment to realize what might become of them. But who knows? Hopefully, I'm wrong.
I'm comfortable where I'm at, comfortable in my skin, but hey, I also wasn't born a 5'5", nigga.